I want to introduce you to a little firefly named Freddie. He is the main character in this whimsical book. It's called Freddie's Adventures, Firefly Tails, Bright Trails and Fishy Tales. Say that one 10 times fast. The book's author, Angie Usher, joins us this morning to talk about the book and how it helps teach life lessons, not just to Freddie, but to your own little fireflies as well. Good morning to you, Angie.
Good morning.
I want to start with you first because I know that prior to writing, you kind of had been on the fast track, so to speak. You owned your own business. You were just gung-ho moving forward, but then you said you were kind of missing out on your first child's life. And so you sold your business, you started to write, but here's the thing. You had never written before.
Never. Never. It was a surprise. Actually, I still worked some for the gentleman that bought my business. I felt like I was free enough to enjoy some of the things that my children were doing at school, but my oldest girl had already grown up, basically. So I was attending some of the things that my youngest child was doing at school for the first time and really enjoying it. One of the first things I went to was a book parade.
That's right. You'd mentioned that book parade you went to and that they were reading a book about a firefly. What touched you about that?
Well, they were marching around the gym and they were all dressed as fireflies. It just inspired me, and I guess I started seeing things through the eyes of a child for the first time in a long time, and it brought back memories of when I was a little girl and catching fireflies in my grandparents' yard at night. And so, I don't know, I just started writing.
All that fun stuff. But you also say that God had a purpose in your life that you didn't realize before, and that your creative side had been kind of locked away for all of these years. And then with writing, you were finally able to let it out, right?
It just allowed me to start seeing that God had other purposes for my life, and that part of it was to see past the busyness, not just the business, but the busyness of life. And if you focus on following God and where He has you and being content to be all you can be in the season of life you're in, you know, I feel like you're going to be promoted at some point, and that God is going to use you and going to give you some way to enjoy the things that you have a passion for. He put that passion in your life.
Would you mind reading an excerpt from the book, something that you like or that you respond to particularly well?
I think this one resonates a lot with children because it is about a frog that also has the same name as the firefly. Okay. And a lot of children, when they first enter into school and they find other kids with their names, it's very interesting to them. So this is Freddie Meets Freddie. One night near a pond, Freddie lit on a log. "May I sit here?" he asked the great big bullfrog. "For sure," said the frog. "What is your name?" "My name is Freddie. What's yours?" "Mine's the same." They talked and they talked and they sat there a while. The big bullfrog told stories that made Freddie smile. They talked about things like favorite games and what they had in common, like their first names. Then the firefly asked, "Frog, what do you eat?" Frog replied, "I like flies. They're tasty and sweet." Freddie's eyes opened wide and he asked with surprise, "Do you like ones like me? Do you eat fireflies?" The big bullfrog laughed, and then he replied, "Why, no, my dear friend, your kind burn me inside." Now, Freddie makes sure that his light burns real bright when he passes by ponds late in the night.
Very cute. Well, I have to tell you, a terrific book, and thank you so much for coming by and sharing it with us this morning. Great to meet you.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely. And once again, the book is called Freddie's Adventures, Firefly Tails, Bright Trails and Fishy Tales. For more information on Angie or the book, please visit the website lightreading.tateauthor.com.